See, I think his legacy is one of the greats you have for an actor, just because of the impact it had, and it's just a person, just the impact it had on everybody else, and what we aspire to be. I think that's what Chadwick Boseman will be. He's a hero.
You will remember me.
We live?
We live.
We live. Welcome back to the Opinion Factory podcast, the podcast for free thinkers and challenge seekers.
Yes, sir.
I'm Khelil.
I'm Alex. And 2020's been just one of the toughest years collectively I can remember, man. We got a whole pandemic going, and it's crazy to think that Kobe died this year.
That's how it started. That's how the year started off.
And it seems like that was so long ago.
Facts.
It seems like Kobe died like 2 or 3. It just seems
That's
like
facts.
so much has happened between his Kobe death in January at the very beginning of the year. So now you got the whole pandemic with Corona. You have, it's just all like Lebanon and that crazy bombing over there. The massive pedophilia rings are being uncovered, and it's been a really tough year, and it got tougher this past Saturday with the death of Chadwick Boseman, a.k.a. Black Panther, a.k.a. Jackie Robinson in the movie 42, the Five Bloods. It's distinguished resume, and it just had me thinking, man. Like, it was just so out of nowhere.
Right.
It was so out of nowhere because nobody knew he was sick. And I think that just speaks to the character and the importance of how big a figure this dude was, right? We talk about the importance of the movie Black Panther and like how cultural revolution was, and how
That movie.
every black person and their mother was freaking happy to go see it, seen it twice, 3 times,
Right.
just because it showed, like the first time on like the big screen. Like, there's been plenty of black movies like Paid in Full or Harlem Nights, but like going on like billion dollar sales, like $200 million freaking
Profit.
no $200 million budget for the movie. Just that investment in the black entertainment. I think it's just that one. Like just look at that one hurt, man. That one really hurt. When I found the news on Saturday, like that, or Friday, I should say. No, Saturday, right?
It was, yeah. Yep.
Friday night, I think it was actually.
It was Friday night.
Yeah,
It was Friday night about 10:30.
Yeah, that one hurt.
I feel like after Black Panther came out, right? First of all, I didn't really know who Chadwick was until Black Panther. To be honest with you, I didn't watch 42. I'm not a big baseball fan and stuff like that, but the things that movie did for the community that I saw firsthand, not only like physically but also like on the social media community, like we walked around in the streets and everybody was just doing this. Wakanda forever, like it unified us in such a way that I hadn't really lived to see before, and I feel like in some way, shape, or form to a lot of us, that dude was really King T'Challa. Like
a real life, like
we literally. I don't want to say we literally saw him as a king, but like what he meant, what he symbolized, like him himself, like him specifically, what he symbolized after that movie was like this unifying symbol that was there, and that was gonna be there. We thought, and so to lose that,
and the crazy thing to jump on top, the crazy thing was too is like, I remember after Black Panther came out, we were looking at how old he was. It was like 40. I was like, this dude looks like he's like 28, 30 years old.
This man was like my age, bro.
Yeah, his dog was like, he looked crazy young for his age, and we found out that he got Black Panther cancer in 2016.
Right.
That's when he was diagnosed with stage 3 colon cancer.
Right. I always like imagine after I found out like how old he was, I was like, eventually he's gonna tell us the secret. Like how he aged like a freaking god, bro. Like,
for real, he looked so young. That's why it was just like
he was the picture of health.
No, he was. Yeah,
he looked a lot younger than he was. He was very in shape for Black Panther.
And I don't want this to be a solemn episode, where we just like mourn or talk about. Like, I want to celebrate this man's life and celebrate the impact he had on everybody else. Because of just what he represented. Like you were talking about, like he was really clean. Like he did everything in the right way. You couldn't ask for the dude to do anything else, right? The movie representations, he did hero movies, genre movies,
right,
bio depictions, cool, right? But beyond that, like you'll see, like Jimmy Fallon, he was on Jimmy Fallon. Like people were talking about how much Black Panther meant to them,
right,
and he would come out from behind the curtain and talk to him, or like
it's really down to earth. You could tell like he was a good dude.
All the autographs he did with the kids and all the community. Where one thing that always stuck out to me is, like, it's crazy to think about. This dude was sick
the whole time.
He was sick the whole time, and he was going to children's hospitals as Black Panther and like giving these kids hope.
Right.
You know, so it's just like the character that he had and everything that he inspired people to be.
Mm-hmm.
It's just gonna be. So much.
And he inspired it gracefully, stylishly.
Yeah.
Like that man was a picture of style. Like when I found out about him after Black Panther, I looked him up, and he has some pictures, and he was always like his sense of style was very unique. I would say, like it wasn't something that I saw a lot of Black men embody, but it was very interesting to this day. And like I went through his Instagram recently, and like. I just saw the fit that he had. I think it was for the gala, like in 2019, with the white Versace outfit. That shit was hot.
Yeah.
I'm like, bro, like, and I'm the whole time I'm looking at this, I'm like, this man was sick, always smiling, never looked like. I feel like it was one interview when he looked. It was in like brackets that he said like he was looking exhausted.
Yeah.
Because he had just finished Endgame.
Uh-huh.
And the interview was like, I'm sure that was like tough with all the travel, staying in shape, working out. And he just nodded, like, yeah. Interview was like, it took a toll on you, right? He's like, you have no idea. He said, one day I'm going to live to tell the story, but yeah, you have no idea. And he was talking about the surgeries and all the stuff that he was going through, but no, like, all he did was smile and nod. Bro, heavy is the head that wears the crown. I don't know how that man did that.
It's just like, it's just something to inspire. Like, now you found out that he was sick the whole time. It just adds so much more to, like, how great he was. And just the impact it had on everybody. I think, one thing that did happen that was unfortunate, and now it looks even worse, but when he was doing a Jackie Robinson, talking about the movie 42, and he looked like visibly skinnier. And people were talking like making jokes like he's a crackhead, or like just he was just clowning him because he looked like he looked so frail, I guess you could say, in that one moment. And it just goes to show you that you never know what people are going through. Like
and that was just that one moment.
Yeah, the online community can be like, social media can be ruthless, always cracking jokes. Like you seen with Tory Lanez and Meg Thee Stallion, like Meg Thee Stallion's getting cracked jokes on, like nonstop and all stuff. Like, and she got shot. Like there's people like, you don't know what people are going through, and like we're still casting these like outward judgments to people we don't even know.
Well, I think it was Olivia or Octavia Spencer, the woman who did Ma. I should know her name. I'm gonna correct it in the comments.
What?
Ma, you know the movie Ma?
Nah.
It was like a horror thriller type thing. I think her name is Octavia Spencer.
I watched no horror movies, my boy.
More of a thriller, but anyway, she spoke on that specifically. She was saying how she was so disheartened by the things that she saw people saying about him while he was going through that struggle, and how she just hoped that like he was never diminished by the whisperings of like the online community and stuff like that. And the sad part about it is that I'm sure it was a lot of us doing it to him.
For sure.
And I don't know if this was before Black Panther or not. Do you think it would have happened after he did Black Panther?
I mean, it did happen after he did Black Panther.
Did?
Yeah.
That's even more of a shame, man.
Yeah. So I mean, hey, I didn't like. I'm not going to say us and
hero.
Black people and all like John, like not necessarily us too, because I wasn't in that. But
I didn't even know what happened until you brought it up. Until I saw Octavia Spencer talk about it too.
It's tragic, and I think this goes to like a bigger issue. If we want to transition real quick, just not even to like to online bullying, just the impact people have on like, there's a lot of things going on in the world right now. You got the BLM, you got the NBA protests and all this type of stuff, and Chris Paul put out an interesting quote where it's like, just because people see that we have a lot of money, they think we don't have real feelings. We're humans too.
Right.
I feel like people have gone on such a way where it's like, even us to an extent, like talking about billionaires and stuff, but like
but we never attacked their character and stuff like that. Have we?
We'll have to revisit that, but I think sometimes we get in this illusion just because people are well off that they don't have their own problems.
If they have things that we want to have but can't have, we feel like they have it all.
Yeah, exactly. Right? Like you have people like Robin Williams or Chester Bennington from Linkin Park, or freaking, Mac Miller, or just all these figures. You never know what these people are going through, and then one day they die from drug overdose, next day they die from suicide, next day they die from
stage 4 cancer.
Yeah, so it's like we're so quick to get on people without knowing what's going on. And I think I hope that in the light of everything that happened, especially with this one, because this one hurt. This one hurt a lot. Like, there's not too many celebrity deaths that impacted me like so much.
Besides Kobe and this.
Yeah, it's really been Nipsey, Kobe.
Nipsey too. Was Nipsey 2020?
Nah, it's 2018. I believe. It might be 2019.
All right.
Or it might be late 2018. But it was like you have the ones that impacted me most was Bernie Mac, Kobe, Nipsey, and now this. It's just like it's just so hard. Where it doesn't. It's just like just people you look up to, people you aspire to.
Right.
People who've done things the right way. And it's like all the good dudes die out, man.
I don't want to speculate too much.
Yeah.
Right. But the fact that I was blindsided by this made me wonder, why did he decide to keep it a secret? I think
the character he had, he didn't want anyone to feel sorry for him. So I can tell he had that pride where he wanted no one to feel sorry for him. Where I bet there's a thought in his head where he's going to these kids in the hospitals, and he's like, I want to inspire these kids to that they have a superhero that knows that they can beat this. Right.
But if they knew about his diagnosis, that might have inspired them even more. It inspires me.
It might have, but now that he died, like, how much would that inspire you? Now the kids, if you looked up to him as a kid, and now that he died, it's like, damn, this guy couldn't make it. The guy who was a real life superhero couldn't make it. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, I see what you're saying.
So it's like he's going.
But at the same time, you can say like this guy had what I had, and he became a real life superhero before he died.
He did, but he's still. I mean, those kids are so young. Where it's like, if this guy dies when he's old, it's because he got this cancer for 2 years. Now I get it. Like, what are my chances? I think it's a double-edged sword.
Yeah.
So
he played it safe.
Not only that, he probably just wants some privacy and secrecy, man. Like, I don't think he didn't want people feeling sorry for him.
I get that, but there's also support that could come from outside as well.
There could be support, but like, I imagine he has all the emotional support he needs with his family. Like when they say he died, like his wife was beside him, his family was around him.
Yeah.
So I imagine he had all the emotional support from people that he cared about. And then anything else was just like, not that it wouldn't have mattered, but like the people and interact with on your regular life is the ones that matter the most. Like
I guess I'm thinking of, what was it, Trebek? The one who hosted Jeopardy, who just got diagnosed a couple years ago.
His thing was different though, because he's on a daily show, right? So if he's on a daily show that comes out Monday through Friday, and then all of a sudden people don't see you anymore, and then he's already old in age, people gonna be like, people gonna speculate what's going on, and they're gonna be like, why is he not? They're gonna think he got like fired or something. Where this guy's a movie actor, he just acts whatever roles he wants, so he just pop up every now and then and just stop going.
Right.
So
and also, I don't want us to start micromanaging how people handle this and how people grieve about this. There's some people diving into conspiracy theories, saying Disney killed him, Disney knew and forced him to work, all that stuff. If you see someone talking about that, tell them I'm sorry for your loss. Let them. I'm not gonna try to convince anyone of anything. To be honest with you,
you don't think it's disrespectful to his death though?
Honestly,
like, you don't think it's disrespectful to his death? Like people talking about conspiracy theories now and like, Disney killed him and he's a plant. Or, like, you don't think it's disrespectful to to everything he was?
Well, I think it's false. I think like. Obviously, he chose to work.
You don't think it's disrespectful? When I see those things, I think
it's
foolish.
A sign of
disrespect.
I never see it as this. I didn't see it as disrespect. I just think it's foolish.
That's fair.
And I've seen it. I've already seen it. Disney forced him to work. He was they knew it. He was on the contract, but money's more important. All this stuff. That man did more than Disney movies in those 4 years.
Yeah. Nobody knew either. Nobody knew. Like Spike Lee just did the 5 Bloods with him.
Yeah. He didn't know.
Somebody asked him. He's like, nobody knew.
Oh, the actors didn't know?
Nobody knew, fam.
I thought at least the studio and the set people knew, at least,
Spike Lee,
because they had to coordinate between the surgeries and stuff.
I think the last movie he just did was the 5 Blood. I think that's the last movie that he did that's gonna come out with no CGI or anything. Spike Lee said, like somebody asked Spike Lee, how was it working with him? Did you how did you feel? And he's like nobody knew.
Wow.
You know, so I think he kept the secret from everybody. You know, you have to figure, even if it was like, if somebody at Disney knew or something like that, it probably would have leaked. You know, you don't think it would have leaked? Like, it would have been impossible to keep, like, not one person leaking, like, not one extra finding out, or not one director or writer.
How did he manage to coordinate between the surgeries and chemotherapy with filming a movie, the biggest movie in the world, bro?
Maybe he started his chemo after. Maybe, like, I don't know when his schedule was. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like this
wow.
He made things work, fam. Like, he was doing, he made shit work. I don't know how he did it, but he made shit work. And now, like, he has everybody, like, saluting him, and it's like, he's a real life hero.
Do you feel like this is a symptom of men, maybe, or the black community, about how we tend to hide, like, mental illness, anything that could be perceived as
not this one. There's other things that you can, but not this one. This one it made sense why he kept the secret.
Because of his position, not because of his race or his gender.
His position, his pride, family secrecy. Like, you know, like there's plenty of reasons why you keep it secret. Mm-hmm. You know, so I'm not going.
Nothing to do with the culture.
No, nothing at all.
I didn't think that, but I can see how some people might see this as a symptom.
If he told people, like you said, then they would have come up to him like, "Oh, we support you. We hope you're doing well. Like, stop doing so many movies. Like, just focus on resting." Mm-hmm. You know, 'cause I bet that's a bunch of people. Like, even I was thinking at the end of the day, like, would have been better if he just didn't do as many movies and just, like, rested more. Would that have helped his survival chances? Like, you don't know.
Yeah,
you know what I'm saying? Like, right. You don't know. Like, cancer's a funny thing. Like, some people work out every day with cancer and they beat it, and some people it's like the exact opposite effect. You know? Right. So it could be. It's very draining. Like, chemotherapy is literally poison. You literally poison your body, and you're hoping the poison kills the cancer cells before it kills you. Really, that's what chemo is. Like, cancer. That's why cancer has such a low survival. It's like 45%, like 45% people die.
Because even the treatment is something you take a chance with.
Yeah, exactly. So that's the whole problem. It's tough, man. It's just like, I just want to remember this guy for how great he was and everything he represented. Everything he represented was so positive. Like, I never heard anybody say anything negative about this dude.
Right.
And then he had one of the biggest movies, I want to say, this century. Like, not just in terms of box office, mm-hmm. but just cultural impact it had on everybody. Like, you see
Black Panther,
you see all these, like, black kids, like black girls and boys, like, they wanted to be like him. They wanted to be king, T'Challa.
Man, I want to be like him.
Wakanda forever. Like, you know, yeah. So you have all these people, and he's just like, he represented, like, the best of us, you know?
Facts.
And if there's more Chadwick Bosemans in the world, like, the world will be a better place. And I think that's how we should look forward and
I like that statement.
And look at how we can leave a legacy like his. Like, not even movie star or whatever, box office, but like, what work in your community are you doing? Mm-hmm. What work in your city are you doing? Your school?
Because he was doing Black Lives Matter work too.
He was doing a ton of work. Like, his resume is credential after credential. No one can question that. So you just look at all those things, and then we should just inflect in ourselves, like, how can we be better? How can we be more like him? Mm-hmm. How can we do better, not only for us, but the people around us? I think that's his biggest legacy. Like,
that's what he would want.
His legacy was, you know, not only working for himself, but delivering something that everybody can relate to mm-hmm. and aspire to be. Mm-hmm. Like, just the children's hospital visits. That's the one that's just, like, resonates with me so specifically. Like, going to St. Jude's, because not only because he was sick, but he did it so often too. You know, like, he was everywhere in the Black Panther costumes. Like, he was everywhere. That tour that he was going on for that media tour. Lakers basketball games, freaking red carpet events, freaking late night talk shows. Like, he was everywhere, and I didn't once see him turn down a kid's autograph or a kid's salute. Like, I remember seeing memes. I'm like, I know this dude's tired of fucking doing that. Facts.
He's like Wakanda sometimes, Wakanda on Fridays, maybe not forever.
No, you know, he got tired of freaking putting his hands across his chest, bro. You know, he got tired of doing that.
But he always did it.
Always did it, bro. I think that's
loved the world more than he loved himself, and it showed.
I think that's the perfect statement, and I think we should all aspire to be like that. So, just to wrap this episode up, you know, I just want us to reflect on his life, reflect on his legacy. I think his legacy is one of one of the greats you have for an actor just because of the impact it had. And it's just a person, you know, just the impact it had on everybody else, and what we aspire to be. I think that's what Chadwick Boseman will be. He's a hero, a legend. May he rest in power.
I mean, I can't say it any better than that. You know, what do you say? Long live the king.
Wakanda forever, man.
So let us know what you guys think, man. I know this is something that's going to be affecting a lot of us. It's okay to not be okay. We've experienced a lot of death, a lot of tragedies, a lot of loss this year. And maybe in this case, it wasn't such a loss. It was more of a sacrifice. With all the work that this man was doing, it might have just been a sacrifice. And I want to make sure that I at least do my best to honor that. You know what I'm saying? Like he did some work to make this world a better place, and we just have to just continue.
So now I got one more question to ask you. And if you're Disney or Marvel, what is your next step? Does Black Panther retire, or do you recast him, or do you CGI? Like, what's the next? Like,
are they in the middle of filming Black Panther 2 right now?
I was under the presumption that the movie would have been either close to being done filmed, or it's close to being like done with the script, because it was supposed to come out, I think, 2021. You know, and if coronavirus didn't happen,
right,
the movie might have been done. So I don't think it's done. I don't think it's done at all.
I think he was shooting some. I think some of it's done now.
So if you're Disney or you're Marvel, or if you're just a fan, like I saw a bunch of people saying that they never want to see like another Black Panther again.
No.
Like, how do you feel about that? Like, there's no replacing this dude. He's so big.
Right.
And like I feel like it'll just be like wrong. It'll be like seeing like light skin on a Viv or something. It'll feel so wrong.
My first thought was that they were gonna have T'Challa die, because the Black Panther isn't necessarily something that you're born with.
Yeah,
you eat the flower and you become the Black Panther. So he could have chosen. They could have a scene where he chooses a successor, and then that person becomes the Black Panther for the subsequent movies. Like, there's ways to handle it.
There's ways to handle it, but like I'm just saying, how would you feel knowing, like, we just talked about how great he was, and
I wouldn't want someone else becoming T'Challa. I would feel. I mean, I would understand if they did it.
You'd still be like another Black Panther though. That'd be cool with you.
No. He'll be T'Challa. He'll be the same Black Panther, but a different actor. Is what you're saying?
Yeah.
No,
I'm saying, would he be like just the next Black Panther, and not T'Challa?
Like, well, that's what I would prefer. I prefer it if
seeing another Black Panther though, like I feel like
no, Black Panther has to continue, man.
I don't know, man.
You wouldn't want Black Panther to die with him. He's not Harrison Ford.
He wouldn't, but it's just no replacing that film. It'll be hard.
It's gonna. I definitely understand it. It's gonna be a shock. To me, at least, it's gonna be something not quite right about it.
Yeah, so I don't know if any movie's worth it. I think it should just be like, yo, let's just retire this, you know.
No, because Black Panther is still a symbol that should continue. It
still is a symbol, but the symbol has been, I don't want to say lost, but it's just been like, we had the symbol, and that image of that symbol should be that way for like the next 5-10 years at least. You know, that's how I feel, honestly.
It is going to be that. He's going to be T'Challa. He's going to be the original Black Panther that we fell in love with, the one that shifted the culture. He's always going to be that guy. His successor doesn't have to carry that specific mantle.
It's going to be, it's tough, man. I don't know how I feel. I feel like it feels wrong seeing another Black Panther.
It is.
I feel like it'll be wrong seeing another Black Panther, man. I think. You know, I'm a comic book fan too. Before all the Marvel movies, I know you're a comic book fan too. All that type of stuff, comic movies and all that type of. It just feels wrong. I can't see another one. I just can't.
The thing with the MCU is that it's not necessarily following everything that the comic books did. T'Challa was the only Black Panther in the comic book.
It's not, yeah.
Right, as far as I know. Maybe there's the times his sister became the Black Panther for a while, but maybe that's what they'll do. Who knows?
Who knows, man? But yeah, like we said though, I mean, may he just one of the best, like everything we aspire to be. Just tragic, man. 2020's been a long year, and we still got 3 months left, man. We got 4 months left. I'm sorry, we got November. We got September, October, November. We got 4 months left of this terrible year. May we not lose any more people, and may we all aspire to be like Chadwick Boseman.
All right, man. So Comment down your thoughts below.
Yo, it's a Opinion Factory podcast. Find us on Apple, Stitcher, YouTube, Spotify, wherever you listen to your podcast. If you like the video, share with your friends. Share the audio.
And hug your friends a little bit more tightly. Yeah. Your family as well.
Let everyone know in your life that you love them and care about them, because tomorrow
ain't nothing guaranteed, bro. Yeah. If Black Panther's, bro, nothing. That's crazy, man.
Rest in power. Rest in peace.
We'll see y'all next week, man.
In my culture, death is not the end. It's more of a stepping off point. You reach out with both hands and Bast and Sekhmet. They lead you into the green veldt where you can run forever.